Today, Tom Brady's the GOAT, the greatest of all time, and his beef jerky secret. Michael McLean, NoBullBook.com, BadAssLetter.com, coming to you on a wonderful afternoon. I am returning from a celebration of life. One of my best friends' mother passed away earlier this week. And I was just in town at the celebration of life funeral service, something that I'll touch on, a life well lived, something I'll touch on in a video later this week. So, the greatest of all time, 7-time Super Bowl champion, the ultimate relentless cleaner, Tom Brady. The man who's got the goal to play quarterback in the NFL at a championship competing level till the age of 50. Just love everything this guy stands for. Love his mindset as a cleaner athlete, top 1% of 1%. Love the ballsy move to go to Tampa and get out of the shadow of the great Bill Belichick. And also respect Tom Brady as a husband and as a father, and just a man who is so far, he's taking on Father Time, who's undefeated, and he's doing it by the food that he puts in his mouth, the water that he drinks, his mental capacity, just an outstanding example of a badass. He's going out on his terms. He's playing on his terms. He's living his life on his own terms. So something that I'm going to be including in the September newsletter. By the way, immigration will be opening in the last week of August. If you're not a subscriber to my Michael McLean World Building Paper and Ink newsletter, you missed out big time in August. We have a tremendous group of men in the online locker room. We're sharing ideas every day. Top 1% stuff. We got a real cast of characters in there. Secondly, the August newsletter is being FedExed and shipped on Monday. So the men that have signed up at BadAssLetter.com will be getting the inaugural first edition this coming week, end of the week in the mail. But speaking of the September one, which immigration is closed right now, if you're interested in jumping on board in September, I'll give you that opportunity in another week. Last week of August, you'll have an opportunity. I'll open up the borders and I'll give you the opportunity to get in if you are not a subscriber. So, going to be including this actual article insert in the September newsletter. And it is a chapter from Tom Brady's book, just amazing on hydration. And leave it up to Tom Brady. You know, the guy drinks, okay, you ready for this? The guy drinks up to 2 gallons of water per day. He drinks 1.5 gallons of water a day when he's not training, when he's not in season. And during the NFL season, training camp playoffs, the guy drinks up to 2 gallons of water per day. Not only does he drink 1.5 gallons of water, 2 gallons a day, but also he refrains from drinking any kind of soda, Coke, Mountain Dew, you know, all that garbage. He avoids caffeine. He has a cup of coffee a day, but not like 15 cups. And he rarely drinks alcohol. So there you have it right there. Not only does he fuel his brain, his body, his muscles, his joints with water, but also he doesn't tear it down with poisons like pop, with poisons like alcohol, with poisons like extreme levels of caffeine. So in this article that I'm going to include in my next newsletter, he talks about, like, a guy like me, 190 pounds, how much water I should be drinking. So a guy like me, a man like me at 190 pounds, you know, around the 200 pound thing, I've got to be drinking 1 gallon per day, period. every single day. And I've been doing this for a number of years. I have one of those big jugs I bought on Amazon. And I find that if I fill that jug up first thing in the morning and I have my first glass of lemon water out of it, I'm done drinking a gallon of water by 3 o'clock. When I go to pick up Emery, I'm done. So none of this nonsense is, oh, I'm going to be up all night and I'm going to be using the bathroom and I won't be able to sleep. Are you kidding me? I'm done my gallon of water from 6 a.m. By 3 p.m. I'm done that gallon of water. And I think the secret is I start with 2 glasses of water first thing from the gallon jug before my morning walk. So boom, I've got 10% of that jug already drank by the time I do my road work. And then when I sit and read, I have a huge coffee. And then as soon as I'm done my coffee, water, water, water. I don't eat any food until 11 a.m. I don't check my phone till 11 a.m. I don't go on the internet till 11 a.m. So when I'm owning that morning, I talk about winning your morning. It's just water, 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 water. I push it as far into the day as I can. And no technology in water, no technology in water, no technology in water. Walking, copywriting, and reading. Then at 11 o'clock, I'll have, I'll have that cup of coffee when I'm reading, and that I just love it. It gives me a boost. But then all day, just water, water, water. No matter what I'm doing, returning emails, copywriting some more. Picking up my daughter doesn't make any difference. I always, like Tom Brady said, you'll never see him that he doesn't have a bottle of water in his hand. So, if it's interesting, he talks about thirst. So if you are thirsty, this is a really cool thing. And this is where he talks about his story of beef jerky. He says 99% of people there, he says, visualize. He goes, imagine you're walking into a butcher shop and there is this incredible piece of meat, filet mignon, and it's tender. And it's just amazing. It's juicy. It's thick. The whole thing, right? And then he says, and then you have the piece of beef jerky beside that piece of filet mignon. And he says that's the difference between drinking a gallon of water a day and not drinking. That's the difference between being hydrated and not hydrated. He says the 1%ers that drink a gallon of water per day, they're that filet. They're that filet. Their muscles are hydrated. Their brain, biggest muscle in the body, is hydrated. Our joints are hydrated. It reduces joint pain. No headaches. It reduces anxiety. Reduces depression. It makes it makes your focus better. There's nothing it doesn't improve in your mindset, in your physical body. Water, water, water. But the 99% who drink less than 2 or 3 glasses a day, I've heard of guys, the only water that touches their lips is from a toothbrush. It's insanity. So the 99%, and if that's you, okay, your body and your mind is beef jerky. So that's the visualization. When you hydrate a gallon a day, you're filet mignon. You're that piece of meat that's tender, that's juicy. You're healthy, you're vibrant. You're detoxifying all the time. Your brain, no headaches, no tension, reduces stress, all this kind of stuff. Cleans out your liver, your kidneys, reduces cancer. All these amazing, amazing things. And if you're the 99% that basically only drink a few glasses of water a day, well, your body and mind is beef jerky. Dehydrated, feeble, painful, aches, pains, migraines, headaches, lots of illness, lots of coughs, lots of colds, susceptible. Your immune system is weak. So which do you want to be? Do you want to be, prime rib, filet, or do you want to be beef jerky? And I think this is a great visualization. And it's one of the reasons that I just fill up that big jug the night before. Tomorrow starts today, right? So when I come down, I talk about setting up your environment where you cannot misbehave. Well, a big thing that I do not to misbehave is I fill up that gallon jug right out of the tap. We have an 80-foot well here. I fill up the jug and I put it on in the kitchen here on the island. And then it's there with my lemons and my glass. So in the morning, I trip over it. I got my running shoes, I got my t-shirt, I got my everything to walk, but I also have this jug that I filled up before I went to bed at 10 o'clock. And then I have a glass of lemon water, and then after that, it's just glass after glass from this gallon jug. So fill up your jug the night before and just have it with you all day. You're sitting at the desk, the jug's there. You're in your car, the jug's there. And just get up to that gallon per day. And then another thing that I do is I do not drink water. Kitchen's closed in my home at 7 p.m. I don't snack. Kitchen's closed. Okay, I'm on a mini fast until 11 a.m. the next day. I just want water in my body, lemon water, regular water. So that's a big one. Is I stop drinking water, period, at 8 p.m. And I sleep through the night now. I'm not getting up at 3 o'clock to use the bathroom. I stop drinking water promptly, okay, at 8 p.m. And that's it. And then I have a great, I sleep from 10 p.m. till 6 a.m. So the things that water, like this is Brady. This is the greatest of all time. And he's in this TB12 book. You don't have to read the book. It's incredible. It's like a doorstop. But here he's talking about all this stuff that has made him the athlete he is in his 40s and given him the opportunity to play, towards his 50s. And the number one thing he talks about, not stretching, not nutrition, not food, not his training, he talks about hydration. It's just incredible. That's number one on his list, is drinking a gallon and a half. Now, I'm not going to drink a gallon and a half or 2 gallons per day, but I do drink a gallon per day, and it's changed everything. I can't really think of anything it hasn't changed. Like, I'm sharper, my memory's better, my skin is better, my complexion's better. I don't get headaches anymore. I don't feel the tension. Mentally and physically, like I used to have joint pain. Years ago, I used to have joint pain. I've played a lot of physical sports. I've been hammering my body around for a long time, since I was 12 years old. So I used to have joint pain. When I used to get up in the morning, my feet would be on the floor, and I felt like I played a football game the day before. My knees were sore, my back was sore. Water, 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 and all that's gone. And there is studies that show that sometimes that lemon water can help with that stuff. But I've greatly reduced my joint pain. I've greatly reduced my muscle stiffness. I'm more flexible. I used to be as flexible as iron. Like, this has really, really helped, and it's helped my mental and my physical. Cannot recommend it enough. A gallon of water 7 days a week. You're going to lose weight too. I dropped a good 5 pounds when I started drinking a gallon of water, because I wasn't starving at lunch. I wasn't starving at dinner. I was just like, man, I got a sensible meal here, lots of fresh vegetables, high protein, and that 5 pounds just fell right off me by drinking water. So I don't know what ails you, but whatever ails you mentally and physically, Tom Brady, man, gallon of water a day, your energy will explode. Your mental focus will explode. But at the end of the day, prime rib or filet versus beef jerky. Hydrate. 60% plus 60% of our bodies are made up of water. Hydrate. And one last thing to smarten us up that I used to tell my athletes, and I tell my private clients now, when you're thirsty, you've just lost 20% of your capacity. You've lost 20% of your capacity to work. In other words, you've lost 20% of your focus, and you've lost 20% of your energy. Can you imagine? Guys train in the offseason, my hockey players, just to get 5% better, just to get 7% better, in the weight room every day, 7 days a week, just to get that 5% better, that 3% better. And are you kidding me? If you drink water, you get 20% better. And if you don't drink water, you lose 20% of your capacity to work mentally and physically. You know, a few months ago, Emery said, "Oh, I got a headache." I'm like, "Drink water. Drink a glass of water." Krista was doing one of her online courses, and she says, "My focus is off today." I'm like, "How much water have you drank?" And we just carry these bottles around. Drink, drink, drink water. Okay, you're feeling tired, drink water. You're not feeling mentally dialed in, drink water. You got a headache coming on, drink water. Okay, you're feeling down in the dumps, drink water. Whatever it is, you're low energy, drink water. Okay, prime rib versus beef jerky. Prime rib versus beef jerky. See that vision in your head. Okay, and avoid those sodas. Don't bring that shit into your house. Don't bring alcohol into your house. Don't buy it. Don't have it in your environment. I don't own a coffee pot because I love coffee. So I make myself get in my truck and go and get a coffee every day. But I don't want a pot of coffee on here because I'll drink it. So I keep that out of my environment. I have one extra large coffee a day, but I force myself to drive there and buy it. And then I'm not going to buy a second one. I'm not going to buy a third one. So control that environment. Stop bringing soda and pop into your home or your business. Stop. Get rid of that coffee maker. Have one a day. Make yourself buy it. And alcohol, it's just don't buy it. Just don't buy it. Don't have it for friends. If they're going to come over, they're going to have to bring their own stuff. So anyways, I got to get out of my suit. I used to wear a suit for 19 straight years. Shirt and tie every single day. My dad told me, he said, "Michael, the better you look, the more money you make." We didn't wear like casual, suit and tie every day for about 18 straight years. And it was part of being number one. It was my uniform. This is how I coach, with a shirt and tie. This is how I run my online. I can't even do a webinar unless I'm in a suit and tie. I can't do any coaching. I can't run a mastermind unless I'm in a 3-piece suit. It's my uniform. It's my uniform for top 1% of 1% performance. But my parents are coming out this afternoon. As you can see, it's gorgeous, a pontoon boat. And we're going to have pizza, and we're going to have a cruise around the lake. My daughter is at the horse barn right now shoveling horse manure. I'm a big fan of shoveling horse manure. And even though you're supposed to be 12 years old to work there, she's 9. She's been working there since she was 8. She can handle a shovel. So for 4 hours today before her lesson, she shovels horse shit. And she cleans out the stalls and all this, put the tack on. I don't know what it is. I mean, that's not my cup of coffee, but I just love the work ethic with that barn. So my parents are going to be coming out when Emery gets home at 3, and we're going to be heading out on the Persephone here and having some pizza and some time, go around the lake. And my mom and dad both turning 89. My dad in September, my mom in December. Life is a gift. Remember that. Beef jerky or filet, which is it? Okay, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. It'll make such a difference in your life, probably more than anything else I can recommend. Water, 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 water. From the time you get up to about 8 o'clock at night, hydrate, hydrate. Train like a badass CEO. Train like a badass entrepreneur. Train like a badass athlete. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Remember to hug your wife and children before the end of the day. Most important thing you can do each and every day. Speaking of the greatest of all time, the GOAT, my greatest of all time 5-star mastermind is coming up. If you're interested, we're running out of spots. Go to BadAssChampion.com and apply. Answer those 5 questions. I look at them. I'll get on the phone with you in the next week, and we'll decide whether I'm the coach for you or whether I'm not the coach for you. It's probably not for you. It's a $50,000 mastermind. It's for guys that want to be the GOAT, guys that want to be the GOAT father, the GOAT marketer, the GOAT niche marketer, the GOAT insurance agent, the GOAT flooring guy, the GOAT car wash guy, the GOAT coach, consultant, the greatest of all time in real estate. Whatever it is, you have that mindset where it's never good enough. I mean, I've been blessed with that mindset. It's a curse and it's a blessing. We're cursed with the dreamer's disease. So go all in. If you want to be joined at the hip with top 1% of 1%ers, then go to BadAss Champion and apply. I mean, you're going to be forced to 10x your life. You're going to be forced to 10x your business, your marriage, your health. You're going to be forced by the power of association. You won't have any choice, really, but to 10x all the areas of your life. You'll be guilty by association. BadAssChampion.com. You'll be joined at the hip with me for a year. You'll be joined at the hip with multi-millionaires for a year. The Navy SEALs of marketing, fatherhood, the whole deal. So BadAssChampion.com. Okay? 2 words that changed my life and 2 words that can change your life. Be relentless.